Hello Capricorn, and welcome to this little corner of the internet that is Wild Fox Alchemy. My name is Maria Guyon and I'm an intuitive business success coach and tarot card reader, and I'm here to do your weekly business reading for October the 11th to the 17th. So let's get cracking. We start with Wasp Spirit there. Sometimes life stings. Ooh, I guess it does. Without the ups we wouldn't have the downs, would we, Capricorn? We can't have everything be smooth sailing all the time. Let's see what the book says on this one, because I don't want to tell you anything wrong. Let's see what the positives are. Not all that Spirit creates in nature is easy to love. But when we look through the eyes of Wasp Spirit, we recognise that even though sometimes life stings, there is a purpose for pain just as there is a purpose for wasps in the natural world. Wasps keep insect populations down, supporting the growth of plants. So too the sting of life may hurt, and you may feel deeply disappointed or even resentful that Wasp Spirit has shown up, but you will soon come to see that the Spirit has something wonderful in store for you. You may well come to realise that being stung led to something far better than you had envisioned for yourself. Perhaps behind the scenes Wasp Spirit was conspiring with Spirit to ensure that you could grow something of value to you. Spirit has a plan, and Wasp Spirit plays a part. Have you ever looked back and been glad that your prayers weren't answered because the path you took led to something far better? Wasp Spirit is a reminder to reflect on those times, for today's sting may hurt, but something better awaits you. Oh, how many times, Capricorn, have things happened and you've thought, oh, this is terrible, this is the worst thing in the world, and then something else has grown out of it. I was listening to a lecture. I'm going through my PC at the moment, and I'm finding videos and audios and things that I've saved for a long time and never quite gotten round to watching or listening to. And so I choose one and I listen to it every morning. And today's one, ironically, was talking about the fact that sometimes really bad things happen, and it's kind of a wake-up call. That sometimes we're sleeping through life and suddenly something, we get divorced or there's a failure or something massive happens, and it's kind of like we wake up then and things change from there on in, and sometimes things are hard and sometimes things are really challenging, but we get through it. My divorce was horrible. It was horrible. But it really woke me up to what I'd been putting up with in my marriage and allowed me to go ahead and meet my true soulmate. And I've been with him 18 years and couldn't be happier. Every day I wake up and I'm just passionately in love. And yet I didn't think that kind of relationship existed. My first husband was not like that at all. It wasn't like that at all. Things like my catastrophic business failure in 2013. At the time, it was horrendous. We hit rock bottom. I thought my life was over. It wasn't. We picked ourselves up, we dusted ourselves down, and we now have this amazing life in a different country. So, even though things can seem awful, and there could be a few stings going on in your business right now, everybody, I think, is feeling it. The situation with the pandemic, and I feel like these kind of things are affecting people's businesses, and it does feel stingy, Not everybody's been able to build back up the way that they were before all this happened. Hospitality businesses in particular are struggling because they're still only allowed, I know in Spain it's 50% capacity indoors, so they can't have the amount of customers. So there are stings going on. Let me know, what is your sting? Let me know in the comments what's going on with you. And just know that it'll pass. Where you need to focus your energy, the shadow, self-empowerment and ambition. Now, a lot of people are a little bit weirded out by that. It's the devil card. People think that it's a bad card, that it's about the shadow self, that it's about materialism and maybe addictions and, kind of really negative stuff. But in this deck, it's called the Shadow, and it's called Self-Empowerment and Ambition for a reason, because that is what it stands for. You need to focus on your ambitions this week, Capricorn. There could be something that has been a bit of a sting, but reevaluate. Reevaluate. Shall I tell you something really weird? I'm just going to take my phone off there for a second. Can you see what's there? There's a wasp on my window. How strange is that? So yes, this is about you tapping into your ambitions. And that can be something that helps you move out of this stingy feeling here. Because if you start to focus on what your ambitions are and empowering yourself to achieve those ambitions, you're doing something positive, you're lifting your vibration, you're moving forward towards something better. You're not sitting there going, oh, I can't do this, everything's a mess, my life stings, and just focusing on that negative sort of sad sack energy. Focus on your ambitions and see how you can use whatever's happened or put whatever's happened behind you so that you can move forward into what you really want. And there is nothing wrong with that, even though it comes under the shadow card, there's nothing wrong with that. Your strengths, the Hermit, contemplation and wisdom. Another major arcana card there, Capricorn. It feels like there's some life lessons this week for you to learn. The Hermit obviously is about going into solitude and doing some soul searching and some contemplation about where you need to go. If you're being stung here, then this obviously is a strength for you. You're being told to go after your ambition, to empower yourself, to do positive things, to move forward in a positive way. This is you going into this contemplation and having downloads of wisdom, of understanding, of realizing your own power, of maybe doing a little bit of learning from the situation or practical learning that you might feel you need to do. But this is you understanding, I feel. This is you doing this soul searching and coming up with something positive instead of dwelling on the negative side of the stingy bits. Possible obstacles. We've got the Ace of Acorns there in the obstacle position. Now this card represents creative force and confidence, as you can see from the labels there. You're blocking that creative force and confidence in this position. It's being blocked. It's a possible obstacle as to why you may not move forward. It's about taking action, having the confidence to take action. So there you are. You've had a bit of a sting there, Capricorn. You're focusing now on where you want to be and how you can fix it, how you can course correct to get back to where you need to be. You've gone into this contemplation. The wisdom is coming there for you. Now, this Ace of Acorns is about you taking action on it and moving it forward, but you being a little bit hesitant to do so. The outcome is the Eight of Crystals, dedication and progress. This is a great card. This is about you being very productive, being very skilled. It's about craftsmanship, but it's about very slowly and steadily moving forward and progressing yourself. I'm going to just clarify a couple of these cards just to deepen the story here, because I feel it needs a little bit more. I think the Shadow and the Hermit are very self-explanatory. I think this is a time for, Spirit's just said, wound licking. But don't take too much time over the wound licking, because you need to move on. You need to move on up for better things. The Ace of Acorns, this blockage, I've got the Five of Pentacles there. This is your mindset. So it's the mindset that you have that will either block you or push you forward. Okay? The Five of Pentacles is always about that balance between, are you going to allow the positives to take over your mind or the negatives to take over your mind? Are you going to be having this mindset of abundance or a mindset of lack? Are you going to lay in bed all night stressing and worrying and feeling anxious? Or are you going to take the attitude that there are new possibilities all around you and you should never ever give up? That's a great card to clarify that with, I feel. That's such a great message. Got the Tower there, another major arcana card. This is about change. It's about a catalyst for change and better times coming. And I'm being told that that's the message you need to take from this now. That you've had this stingy episode, but it's a catalyst for change, and it wants to remind you that things get better after the change. It's about releasing old things and better things coming in. And then I've got the Page of Pentacles there for you, which is about manifestation. It's about new ideas, setting new goals and moving forward. And this is a message to you that that's your opportunity now. This is a pentacle. It's a manifestation of material things card. Okay, you've got a little bit of pentacle energy going on there that makes me feel like your prosperity and success is assured, but you just need to watch your mindset. And the Tower moment, the Tower card here, can be indicative of you changing your mindset. Not a massive physical change necessarily, but an inner change, a soul change, where you realise that by focusing on the negatives, nothing will get better. But if you focus on the positives and the positive aspects of a change, that you will move forward to better things. You will be able to manifest new things. Set some goals. Look at your ambitions and set the goals, is what this Page of Pentacles is telling us. So finally, we've got the Eight of Crystals, and I will just clarify that for you. For me, it feels like you're being told to dedicate yourself to moving forward, to just keep going, to keep progressing. And I've been given the Page of Wands to start with, and he's all about being free-spirited. He's about personal development, actually. So again, a message to you to say, come on, boost your enthusiasm and start moving forwards. Look at what you can do. Personal development isn't about just reading a self-help book. It's about you changing the way that you think and feel and believe so that you can move on to better things. And then we've got the Knight of Wands there. So that's a progression there to you starting new projects, getting on this new mission and moving forward. The Knight of Wands is quite an active person. He's quite forward going. He's very charming. He's full of action and drive. And I feel that's going to be you if you follow the energy of these cards. You have a choice here, Capricorn. You can dwell on the negative aspects of whatever life is throwing at you at the moment. And you can allow yourself to slip. You can lower your vibration. You can start to feel sad. Now, I'm not saying that you should deny your feelings. The last person to talk to you about toxic positivity will ever be me. I don't believe in it. I'm not saying slap a smile on your face and tell yourself everything's fine. What I would say to you is put a time limit on it. If you want to wallow, wallow. But put a time limit on it. So for the next 2 hours, I'm going to wallow about this stuff. I'm going to feel sorry for myself. I'm just going to, I'm going to have a little cry. I'm going to have a little rant maybe, because maybe I'm angry and frustrated rather than sad. I'm just going to let those emotions come in. I'm going to embrace them. I'm going to punch a pillow or whatever it is that you want to do. And then the second that timer is up, we're going to move on. We're going to change mindset and attitude to, right, okay, this has happened. Now how are we going to fix it? How am I going to move forward in a positive way so that I can manifest my ambitions, my desires, and what I really want? And it's the changing mindset, this tower moment in your mind that is going to lead you to manifest these great new ideas. But you need to take some time. The Hermit says you need to take some time. And then all this here is about you moving forward, positively taking a lot of action and being inspired. Being inspired and motivated to rebuild things and not let whatever is stinging hold you back in any way, shape or form. Okay, Capricorn, I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please do like and subscribe. I appreciate anybody and everybody that interacts with my channel. It absolutely makes my day. If there's anything you want to talk to me about, you can write it in the comments or you can get in touch with me. The details are always in the description. And I hope you have a fantastic week, Capricorn. Think positive and everything will turn out okay. With love and magic always, this is Maria Guyon signing out.